morning. It's Tuesday morning. Didn't record on Friday because I was driving in darkness. I was on holiday on Friday, but I didn't get back. So I left at 1:30 in the morning and clocked off at about 5:30. Got home at 6:30 on the day of my holiday. Got home at 6:30. Kira's birthday weekend. Those of you that follow me on Instagram would have seen me. Waltzing around to a bit of Elvis, the gorgeous Kira, at her 50th party. We had a cracking weekend. Yeah, we had a cracking weekend. Unfortunately, back to work yesterday because it's the day of her birthday. I had a late start. Late start. Now most normal folk, when you say to them, oh, go to work, I'm going to have a late start, I'll be in later today, what time do you reckon that'd be? 11ish? Late morning? Yeah? No. Fucking start, 8:30 I started. That's a late start. Like a normal time for most people. Still want to be a trucker. But as a result of that, I was still on the road at 9 o'clock last night. I just managed, I pulled in the Newbury there last night. I had to go up to Aspie-de-la-Juice yesterday. 2 hours on the docks. Then 4 hours, well, 2 hours to load. 2 hours waiting to get into on the site. And then about an hour and a half to load. So I was there 3.5 hours. Don't let me out then, tell me. Yeah, about 3.5 hours all in. And it's all palletised, so it should only take half hour. Should. So yeah, I spent 4 hours just waiting yesterday. And only wonder why the haulage industry is on its knees. 4 hours wasted. No, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't get paid any differently for driving or waiting, so it doesn't bother me. But I imagine it bothers somebody somewhere. Money in it. So anyway, got into Newbury last night. Managed to flag a spot, which was lucky. I've done over 12 hours, but I've still reduced. Oh, excuse me. I haven't had enough coffee yet today. And I'm heading now down to Southampton Docks. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll know when I make a phone call about 7:30. 6:35 now. It's going to be a hot day today by the looks of things. I think I'm going up Wolverhampton way, I think. Who knows? That doesn't really bother me, to be honest. So yeah, just thought I'd pick you up today. Next week, yeah, I've got a week off next week. I say a week off. It is a week off. It's a week off of driving, but it's a week off of having to do 3 days of self-isolation, and then 24 hours of shit through the eye of a needle, and then an afternoon of having a camera shoved up my jacksie. And then a day to recover. So, yeah, fun and games, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. I can't stress this enough. You've got to go and do it. If you're a bloke over the age of 50, and you haven't had it done, book yourself in. I think you can get them done there. It's no big deal, to be totally honest with you. You know, don't be frightened by it, don't be scared by it, just go and get on and do it. You don't know nothing. They're not you out. Well, not me out. Probably look the size of my arse and thought, we're going to have to knock them out. No, they knock you out. Don't feel nothing, you don't feel nothing afterwards. Yeah, no problem at all. It's a strange thing as well. They said, for the first time they said, well, you drink this syrup, or this liquid stuff, right? It tastes alright. No problem. And that's the bit that cleanses you, if you get me drift. And they said it can be quite violent. Well, yeah. But I've had just as violent ones after 8 pints and a gel crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not really an issue. And to be and again, being brutally honest with you, I felt so much better afterwards as well, having a proper clear out. I can see why people go for these, like, you know, these detox clear outs, because I felt, you know. I felt good. It does make you feel better. So it's not like I'm looking forward to it. It does mean I can escape to the Carsey and watch a bit of YouTube for several hours, on and off. So, you know, there's worse things that can happen. So, yeah. That goes through. You 24 hours of that. After about, I must admit, I can't remember what time I took it. I think it was late in the day that I took mine. Because you've got to take it 24 hours before the thing. And I think it was afternoon that I took mine. And probably by early evening, that I'd run out of stuff to shit out. You know, I'd run out. There was nothing left. So, you know, I think I had a relatively good night's sleep. The hardest thing is not eating anything. For a bloke who likes his food, 24 hours and not having anything, you know, and nothing to eat, is like, that was hard work. That was the hardest bit. And then you go on down to the hospital. And people I know this morning already. And you go on down to the hospital and they sort you out. And the other difficult bit for me is giving blood. Not that I have a problem with giving blood, it's finding a vein. And my blood seems to be like fucking treacle, so it don't pour out like most people. I reckon I could sever an artery and still be alright. But yeah, they put a thing in so they can knock you out, sort of, you know. And away you go. You sort of have to wear this horrendously bad gown, which does up at the back, which is understandable because they don't want to see nothing around the front. They only want to get to the back entrance. They want round the tradesmen. So you go in there, and then you get wheeled on down, and then the bloke who's doing the thing, or the doctor, I say bloke, that's a bit sexist, isn't it? Could be anyone. The young student nurse, he said, do you mind if the student nurse watches? As long as it don't traumatise her, I don't mind. So, you know, he gets to work, sorts everything out. They had to remove a polyp last time, so that involved a small operation. Didn't feel a thing. afterwards, didn't feel nothing. You know, it was absolutely fine. And I just felt, you get wheeled back, and you wake up, and they bring you a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then the gorgeous Kira turned up, and I was just a little bit groggy, that was all. I came back, and I sort of laid down a bit, and next day I was right as rain, no problem at all. But you can't drive for the next day, so it's a full week off, which to be honest with you, I'm quite looking forward to. And then Saturday we're tunnelling up to take our lass up to the uni, back up to Nottingham. So yeah, that'll be my week next week. So I don't know if I'll do any recording. This was an option for staying here last night on that I'm steaming up in here, I don't know what's going on. Hang on a minute, it's going to get a bit noisy. Changing temperature. We've definitely steamed up. Hold on to your horses. It's getting worse. Let's sort yourself out in a minute. He says. On the outside. There we go. We can see what we're doing. Oh yeah, we've broken. Look, the 205 people that madly seem to want to follow and see what I'm doing. Thank you, lunatics. 205 people. Funny, innit? I only started this to have a bit of self-profanity, and I wanted to record. For those of you that are new, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can tell I had Elvis singing for me at the weekend. I started recording video purely and simply because I reckon, give me another 15-20 years and I'll have lost my marbles. And hopefully I won't. But this is a bit of a backup, you know. And I thought, I've done loads of things in my life. I've got no record of it. You know? I've got very few photographs of anything that I've ever, you know, worked out or done. You just don't think of it at the time, do you? Technology probably wasn't there, early days. And when I was in the army, we couldn't take photographs anyway, it was all sensitive. So that wasn't really a goer. And I thought I'd start recording things, so I could look back and go, look back with me and watch it when I'm dribbling and everything, and go, oh, there you go. Oh, hang on. Once we put new cameras, myself for the second time today. We'll watch a video, shall we? Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. What are we watching? You when you were, you know, a bit younger. Oh, thank you. Is that me? Yeah, that's you. I drove a truck. Yeah, you drove a truck. Did he swear a lot? Yeah. You swore a lot. It's a bit rough. Yeah. Very rough. Not my taste. No. I even like myself when I'm older. So yeah, that's the general idea. I don't know whether I'll have a high-pitched squeaky voice. I might have. And I might also sound like Dame Edna Redbridge, for those of you that are old enough to remember her. Hinge and bracket. What's the temperature out there at the moment? It's supposed to be a hot day today, 15 degrees. I whacked my elbow yesterday getting out of the cab. I was chasing after a plate of roll. And it's swollen up this morning. Well, I suspect it swelled up yesterday, but I only just noticed it. It was hurting all last night. I should take some ibuprofen in a minute or two. I'll get down to Southampton. Pick up a bit of speed. Saturday living. Oh yeah, somebody makes it, doesn't he? What's it do? Down to the docks now, and let's see what's occurring when I get down there. Take a 15 before I go on the docks, and I'll be looking at her. I'll be looking at an 8 o'clock BBS. I'll probably speak to you later once I know what and where I'm going. And I think the camera's off at a bit of a jaunty angle, so excuse the footage on this one. It was a bit squiffy. I've had to put it in a different place. I've had a bit of a rearrange of the dashboard. Or some of those circular suction things that go onto the dash. Then I can mount the dashboard and mount the sat navs and phones, and I want to get them off the windscreen. They're too far away, and they're blocking the field of vision. Well, they're not, but I just don't want to take the chance. They're not blocking the field of vision as well. I suppose they are a little bit, but they're not in the critical area. They're away from that, but I just want a little bit closer. Yeah, away. Yeah. Now they're not blocking at all. Totally in the right place. But it does mean I can't mount the camera where I used to mount it. So swings and roundabouts. You gain and then you lose. So I need to buy some more mounts, and then I'll be able to mount the camera. Yeah. So there you have it. I have turned this heating down. Woo. Sounds like Trucker Tim. Have you watched Trucker Tim? I always think it just cracked me up. The bloke he's like a puppy dog. He's like over enthusiastic about everything. He can get excited about doing paperwork and checks in the morning. hooking up a trailer. Oh, it's brilliant. I love what I really do enjoy watching his videos. He's quite entertaining, and he does a step by step of what he does as well, which is quite nice for those that are not that have nothing to do with the industry. It's quite nice to see. Really, yawning me. I just talk bollocks. So yeah, Google truffle. That's a fucking lump of cheese then. Trucker Tim. Good lad. Well, I'll speak to you all in a bit. Hello. Well, we got to where we were going. Couldn't find the place. Phoned the company up and they said, hey, could you miss us? And I said, well, obviously quite easily. So I sort of turned around in this industrial estate and they said, oh, we're just on the entrance to the estate. I said, well, I didn't see you. There wasn't signposted or nothing. And it was almost quite incredulous. I could have been so stupid. Which in hindsight I was. The name of the company was emblazoned in massive letters across at least 2 of the buildings. How I missed that, I do not know. Anyway, unloaded. It was a bit of an awkward unload. It was machinery, and always when it's machinery, it's got to be dragged out, and then forklifted out, and it's all a bit awkward, and it's all a bit Heath Robinson, if you get me drift, you know. Health and safety is a bit hit and miss on these occasions. You do the best you can, and without trying to damage the gear. And yeah, they got it all out in one piece. No dramas. I did hear a little bit of shouting every now and again. But yeah, I don't even know what it was. I took a picture and put it on Instagram, but I've got no idea what the gear was. So yeah, it's bloody hot though. Had a bit of shade after the first hour. I was in there about just over 3 hours. So I'm now on the M40 heading southbound out of Birmingham. It was in West Bromwich I had to go to. So the plan is stopping the services on the way down, 11 off, go at 5, onto the docks for 7, I think it is. I need to check. When I get there, and then head out to Swansea for 2 o'clock. Nice easy day. Nice run out to Swansea. Nice. Don't get better than that. Yeah, so happy days. So that's my day done. It's been pretty warm. The temperature now, as we speak, is 30 degrees. I've got my fans charged up. They'll be running tonight. Windows open. Should get there before 6 o'clock. Beautiful day. Last bit of summer, I suppose. We're not even in summer, it's autumn now, isn't it? Bad accident on the M6 today. Truck driver died. Still for his family. If anybody knows the Smoking Pies Bridge, happened there. Actually drove into the side of the bridge. Whether he had a heart attack beforehand, in a way, let's hope he did. And yeah, Let's hope that was the cause. He didn't know nothing about it. Always sad to hear. But like I keep saying in the last few videos, you never know. And you never know when your day's up, but the roads seem to be getting increasingly dangerous. Truck driver shortage doesn't seem to be getting any better. No plans to sort it out. Our company's given us another pay rise, that's 3 I think this year. Sizable pay rise as well. One of the few industries that can probably get away with it. Unfortunately it will have a knock-on effect on consumers. You know, it's bound to, you know, our prices are bound to rise and inflation will go up as a result, obviously, how it's all linked in it. So we expect to see a rise in inflation and a rise in prices of goods. Didn't get to bed last night until quite late. It must have been nearly... Well, I didn't finish till 9 last night, which is late for me. And I probably didn't go to bed until about 11. 20 past 5 had to be a fucking Scanian driver, didn't it? All polished tanks, chrome and bollocks like that. Yeah, brilliant, but he needed his mother to fucking bring him a cup of tea and wake him up on it. His alarm started going at fucking 20 past 5 and he kept fucking hitting snooze until 6. Wanker. Don't mind, but I could fucking hear it. I didn't open me up till 6. I'll go up early and put the percolator on. Cranked right down. Perhaps taking a bit of chilling. Warwickshire at the moment. Yeah, 15 miles from Warwick. That's not Dion. Just Warwick. Go back to the yard once I picked up with once I've picked up the box tomorrow, be back to the yard, get some fuel. Head up the A34, M4 straight across. Tied in, tied out. Where we go. Get across the lane here. Don't let me out. What are you slowing down for, man? Flying signal here. Fucking people. Could have easily moved across for me. Yeah, that red car in front decided to slow down. And then the Audi just was oblivious to anything that I was doing. I bet he goes in and out, yeah, there you go. Traffic northbound, look. Came out this morning, it's quite quiet. It's that time of night though, isn't it? 16:53. We're in a slightly different place, so I hope you can hear me okay. Got about 40 miles. Like Memorial up there on the left. Can't see it now, but you might have seen it beforehand. Henley, Dion Warwick. For those of you that weren't eagle-eyed then, you must be wondering what I'm going on about. Well, you need to be a bit more eagle-eyed. I don't know if I said earlier, but I climbed out a cab earlier yesterday and I cracked my elbow on the wheel arch as I got back. Gave it a right battering, right on the funny bone. Well, it's not fucking funny. It's swollen up. Fucking sore. Look. But found that traffic going north. Lovely, and still looking so green. I know I keep saying it, but I know the fields have turned, some of the verges, but the hedgerows are still looking very green. Trees, you get the odd tree that's starting to tire. Well, they're looking good. Going by, they've got some nice kit. that'll be about it, really. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the comments on all the other posts. I do try to either thumbs them up, or it does take me a couple of days sometimes to get round to it. And thank you for following. There's over 200. Over 200. Wow. Thanks for coming along with my journey. This is my usual bit now. I think I'm going to finish and I'll talk for another half hour. I'll try not to. So yeah, so thanks. Don't forget, thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, thumbs down. But if you don't like it, tell me why. Can't do nothing about it. Don't tell me why. If you just do a thumbs down and without putting a reason on there, I'd think you're a bit of a knobber. But if you put a thumbs down and it's a valid reason, I'd think, yeah, cheers for letting me know. But don't tell me I swear, because that ain't going to change. Yeah, sorry. As much as not even as much as I'd like to, I just, yeah, ain't going to change. Enjoy it for what it is. If you don't like me talking, just turn the sound down. Play some of your own favourite songs. What did you, and let me know, what did you think about the videos where I didn't talk? Is that something you'd like to hear? I don't know. I seem to be pandering to people. No, well, not really pandering, is it? It's what people like. I want to get, as much as this is all for me, and me being doing it for selfish reasons. I think I'm going to end up a basket case. While people are willing to take the time out of a precious time out of their day to watch the likes of me, hey, it's very humbling. So yeah, I'd like to give a bit back. Yeah, I'd like to give a bit back. So tell me what you want to see. Another thing I don't do is educational. Well, not so much educational, but I'm not going to go around the truck going, this is how we do the first check, this is how I wind the legs down, this is how I hook up to a 40-foot container. No, you ain't going to see none of that, I'm afraid. That's not what it's all about. There's only other channels that do all of that malarkey. You ain't going to learn nothing that way from me. Anything general, like tramping, what it's like to tramp. For those of you who don't know what tramping is, it means like living in your truck all week, like I do. Either I go in on a Sunday night or early hours Monday morning, and I get home Friday night or early hours Saturday morning. This week it'll be early hours Saturday morning. Yeah, anything to do with tramping or pros and cons of being a truck driver, whether it's worth it or not, and that's a difficult question to answer. But in a nutshell, I'll answer it now for you. I might do a whole video on it. But in a nutshell, if you're young and single, brilliant, go for it, you'll love it. If you're like me, in your mid-50s, kids are all grown up, families doing their own thing, and your wife's very understanding, or the fact that you get under her feet, and she likes you being away, it's just for you. Quiet life. You get a quiet life, and then when you get home, you have quality time, and you make the most of every second. And that's the bit I like, to be honest with you. If I was home every night, you'd waste time, wouldn't you, watching mindless shit and just doing mundane stuff. Whereas we pack a lot into our weekends when I'm home. Make the most of every second. So yeah, but if you've got a young family and you're just married, forget it. Don't do it. Because even if you're just a day man, you'll be starting at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, so you're up before the kids get up, and you won't be home till 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. And if you've got a young family, they'll be in bed, so your missus has to do the fucking lot. And you come in going, oh, what's for tea? Oh, fucking frying pan right in the head, mate. Yeah, no, it ain't for, I wouldn't have said. I would not have said it was for somebody with a young family. You'll never see your kids grow up. You'll never see your wife. You'll miss out on birthdays, anniversaries, school plays, school outings, kids coming home after they've drawn a picture. Drawn a picture for your dad. Well, you won't get that because you won't be there to take it. By the way, they've done that on a Monday. By Friday, they've forgotten about it. Mother's probably thrown it away. Or the kids have thrown it away, one or the other. No, don't do it. Don't even think about it. Just trying to get a day job that pays well is a bit like rocking off shit. You've got to plan to earn the money. And it's a trade-off, yeah. I wouldn't have said it was bad money. Depending on who you work for. I'm on good money. I was on good money before the pay rises, I think, compared to some companies. They were on excellent money. And, yeah. Just do what you need to do, I guess. But think long and hard about it. Loads of burrows on the side of the hill, on that embankment there. I don't know whether it must have been rabbits, I suppose. There's a deer in that field, red deer. That's a good thing about being up high as a trucker, you get to look all in the fields. Decent sights. Windmill up on that hill over there to my left. I don't know whether you'll see it or not. About 11 o'clock now, 10, 11 o'clock. Night, bushes in the way. You might get a glimpse. The onboard services, half a mile. Won't be stopping there though. Push on to the next service, it's probably about 20, I don't know, 20 odd mile away. I can't remember where, 22, 23 or 24 miles, something like that anyway. okay. And yeah, I'm going to finish. It's just rolling countryside along here. Almost like I wish I could just record all day, just leave it running. Because you see so many things, you know, and you see so many things. And that's one of the good things about this job. I mean, I like looking at the countryside, and this is what you get to see it. Somebody else harvesting that field yet. Something you can tell me if you're still watching, which I know some of you will be. If you like it, just let it roll, you know, let it go. Or so close now to, well, about 20 odd minutes away. I may as well just leave it, I think. Drop the degree, it's 29 degrees. Signing 21 miles for the next services, that'll do. after a fridge unit tonight. Nice and quiet last night, no fridges anywhere. I've stopped drinking. I was on the old the last few weeks. It was sugar free, but it was still a monster drink, you know, sugar free Monster. It was the white can, and just give me a bit of a lift in the afternoons. But I found I'd struggled getting to sleep with it because it's a high cap-ish caffeine content on it. But I had coffee in the morning, and then that's it. And after that, I've just been drinking 7-Up 3, which is caffeine free, sugar free, and a couple of little chocolate milks. The 7-Up 3 has been really nice, really cold in the fridge. And I've been sleeping a lot better. So no more Monster for me. So I was drinking them in the afternoon, and it just fucked me up really. I should know better. There's another deer in that field. Is that deer? I don't know, lone sheep maybe. Weather's just stunning. Nearly all the crops are in there, look. The odd field that hasn't been done, but a few are far between. Looks worse when they fucking carry them. All the bothered. His exhaust is hanging off. But it's tied on with a bit of wire. My bed tonight, I'm tired. great price for them, home bargains. Good money apparently. I don't like those Aston Martins, but neither one thing or the other, is it? Just stick with what you know. That's sprung up quite quickly, that one. These ones are going up. Miles to go. River Turbo. I'm awake. In the comments. Let's see how many get this far. I'll be lucky if there's 2 of you. Andy. Yeah, don't let me know down, man. Well, the truck's running good since it's had its DPF and emissions issues. Running sweeter than that, actually. Loving it. Going to blow out there, look. There's that. That's a bit of a chill one again. Yeah, running really well. Sometimes she's a bit lumpy first thing. And we all. Nearly 447 kilometres, 1,000 kilometres, almost 500,000 kilometres. I've had it for about a year and a half, I suppose. I'd like to say that she's never let me down, but she fucking has. There you go. I was lovingly tapping the steering wheel there. But the good thing about her is that when I have broken down, it's always been at a, you know, half decent place. But last time, which was the M25, just before the start with Pussy, that wasn't too clever, but there was a hard shoulder and I did manage to get to it. So, yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Gasping. Miles to go. That nav off. That's where I fit otherwise, because that's programmed for the docks. stop in these services like when we're empty for the load test. And as I'm empty and I'm knackered and I've got time, I'm stopping. Plus recently the police have been all over this place, so tickets give me indigestion. That'll be the usual palaver when I get in there trying to find somewhere to park. I've got a specific place that I like. Flying round here. Here we go now. Good. Go. Stay there, my friends. Still relatively early in the services, but hot day. A lot of people are going to go and fuck it, I'm pulling over. We'll find out in a minute. My might's going straight on, that's one less. Must get bored coming in and out of here. Watch out for the loons coming out of this next one on the left. So don't bother looking. Have a look. All quiet by the looks of it so far. Plenty of room that side. Why do they park there? Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to get down here or not. I suspect there will be somewhere. We're in. What fridge unit is it? I think. Just a quick ganders. My left. Make sure I'm not over the line. No, that'll do me. That'll do me nicely. There you go. Right, yo. Sure, valid, and I can go straight out here now without having to fuck about. Over to my left is a really bent pair of caravan steps. Somebody obviously drove away and forgot them. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, that's me parked up. Speak to you later.